Sure. My name is Steve Cooper. I am the Director of Public Safety for the City of Oak Park. I have been the Director of Public Safety since 2012. This is my 8th year as the Director of Public Safety. However, I have been employed with the City of Oak Park as a Public Safety Officer for the past 30 years. Oak Park has been my home. It's the only department that I've ever worked for. And quite honestly, I don't see myself working for another public safety department. This is what I love to do. This is where I love to be. And this is my family. So I'm here to stay until somebody throws me out. Hopefully the boss doesn't throw me out of here.
My name is Leslye Harelik-Richie, and I'm a lifetime resident. I've been here going on 65 years next month.
I'm Rob Barrett. I'm the Director of Technical and Planning. I have a similar career path as Director Cooper. I've been a director for the last 8 years, was promoted in 2012, and I started in 1996 and going on my 25th year. And like Steve, I'm going to have to be kicked out of here. I love this place.
I'm Ernie Hassan. I own Ernie's Market, 8500 Capitol in Oak Park. I've been there for my lifetime, which is 79 going on 80. And my grandfather and my dad, so you're looking at 101. And do I love Oak Park? Oh, yes. I can tell you stories about the police, the planning, the water department, and my girlfriend. Yes.
That's about that. I'm Kevin Yee. I'm the Assistant City Manager, Public Works Director, and City Engineer for Oak Park. I hold many titles because I've kind of worked my way through the ranks over the years. I obviously love Oak Park. I love being here. It's been great to me too, and it's been a lot of fun. And I hope to continue for several years ahead.
Well, I have a good example. I was going to redo the back room. So I call the city and they send the people out. There's an old snake in the plumbing. It costs a lot of money to pull that snake out. But the city worked with me. They told me what to do. We did it and it was wonderful. There wasn't really a problem at that point.
I have a couple moments that I love that we've accomplished in Oak Park, and one of them was opening the municipal swimming pool. When I first started here, it was non-operational, and it's basically a duck pond. And Director Barrett was instrumental in that project. But we got a grant, and we did the swimming pool. And other than the COVID issues we had this year, it's been open since then. And that's probably been 20 years. So it's been a great place, I think, that the residents have enjoyed, and that was definitely one of my prouder moments here. The other one I would say is the opening of the City Hall Public Safety Facility. That was a project that, when we started off, we were over budget and we had to work on what we call value engineering, and our engineering department took on a lot of the work in-house so that we could save money and do everything that we could to make it a successful project and include all the amenities that we needed, both from a staff standpoint and for the public. So we were able to bring that project in on time and under budget, and it was one of the proudest moments I've had in my career.
I'll follow Kevin because I think we have very similar backgrounds and worked on these projects together, and the new City Hall project was awesome. On time, under budget, and the pool project was great memories. I spent my summer in the lifeguard shack with all the drawings and doing all the inspections and administering that project. The final product that came out was awesome, and so those two are not to copy, but they'll probably copy on some of the other things I'll say. But when we came to City of Oak Park, we initiated the engineering department, and we had some dirt roads over on the east side. We paved all of Oak Park. We did a whole complete intersection remodeling at 9 and Coolidge, and just the amount of infrastructure improvements that we have done is so satisfying that there's a lot of memorable experience.
I have to say, it's not the building guys, which we love you guys. It's the people that you have from the water department, from the planning. Because when they come in and they treat you nice and they help you, I mean, it takes a weight off of my shoulders that I have somebody with me, not because I don't have really a large outfit to talk to. And when the city is there, it's wonderful. The police, fantastic. We have people fainting in the store, we call the police, they tell me what to do, I do it, and that's all there is to it. You know, it's a very nice thing.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one of my most memorable moments, and it's actually my initial hiring in 1990. Like I said, I spent my whole career here in Oak Park. So as I was going through the interviewing process to become a public safety officer, you know, they had the what we call an oral board. You'd have, you know, 4 people that would sit across from you, and I think they give you a little chair and kind of break the legs off it to intimidate you a little bit. And you know, I was, you know, eager young man. I wanted to be, you know, with Oak Park, and they had asked me the question about, do you know what a public safety department does? And to be honest with you, I really had no idea as far as the fire part, the medical emergency response part, what part that played in public safety. I knew they were a police department, and then the command staff was like, no, you'll have to be actually a firefighter, you'll have to actually respond to medical, you know, all medical runs. So I'm sitting there and I'm taking a deep breath, and I was like, yeah, I think I could do that. Never did I ever imagine that I would, like I said, have to complete a fire academy. I'd already been through a police academy, and then you'd have to go through medical first responder training. But it has been a godsend. Like I said, it's always something different. There's never, you know, the normal monotony that you run through a lot of times when you're just doing one or the other. So that was one of the real most memorable moments that I had when I first hired on here with the city.
I've moved around Oak Park to different houses, so like I said, I've always been here, but I grew up on, my youngest, I was on Kenosha, and it was just the people that made it most memorable. And being a new city, like everybody was my age, they all came in and had families around the same time, and you know, I just remember playing ball in the street or Foursquare, and we didn't come in till the lights came on. I mean, there were very little fears in this city. We played everywhere, we played all over. And I think that's my most memorable experience, just having the friends I had, and a few of them I still have. And we're talking when I was probably 6, 7 years old. As far as the police department, I don't think there's better anywhere. I needed emergency for the first time in my life, probably about 5, 6 years ago, and they were great.
A while back, an officer stopped in for a sandwich, and he had a dog, a German Shepherd, in the car. And so I gave him some ham for the dog. And he says, "I'll be back, Ernie." He came back a few weeks later with every police officer and dog around Oak Park. They all came for sandwiches, and we had a good time. All the dogs were there, and it was a very nice, and it was because of Oak Park that he got them together. It's Oak Park. You always hear the word Oak Park.
But it's not about me, it's about you. You're the one that we wanted to have the best. You are the one that I want to help and move forward. And with the people from Oak Park, they're wonderful. They helped me to stay here and move ahead for all of us, not just me. And thank you very kindly.
And that's our girl says, that the police officers and the management of Oak Park is very nice.
Yes.
And when the water filled up the back room, you know, when I was working on the back, you know, I mean, I didn't know what to do. But they came in, they knew what to do, didn't you? Yeah. we did it, and they told me what to do. And the water guys, the guys that are out working, they dug up the whole yard. And I'm thinking, what a mess. What are they going to do? Did they put it back together? No problem. They put everything back, and it looks better now than it did before. I hate to say that, right? Yep. But it's very nice.